Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting
I like
produced
you
a
can
gun?
just repeat the line. Mr.
Yes,
Parts having
yeah.
find my gun.
That's that. Me too.
He says
And I
almost
don't.
ready.
I
to be,
think.
he
I think the
says
second
it's
one is
almost ready to be found soon. No.
Maybe
yeah,
he's
you
not
can't
as
pick
helpful
two.
as you thought then. Is there anything else?
The envelope is the thing to like get people evicted, right? Is that? I think that's what it
Yeah.
is. So
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
Yeah, what? That's actually like, yeah, that might give us intel. 'Cause, like, again, it seemed like
Yeah.
Everett generally cared about the people here for his own ends, but I wonder if it's like members of Wild Pines, like board or something, live there, or their relatives. That's why he's trying to get them kicked out or something.
I should be.
Yeah.
In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all
She's
carbon
reminiscing
copies
upon
of
the
one another.
horny.
Yes.
Everyone's
I
been
was
horny at some
slumming
time.
it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Hubba hubba.
Not overly so.
Wow.
It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
Should we tell her about the youth center or nah? What do you think?
I don't know. Like,
I can't picture much of a downside for this specifically.
me neither. I share your concern about, like, what Kim said about how much we share with her, but it doesn't seem like that would be a bad thing to say. It seems like if anything, she might have info on, like,
Why he wants to build it?
why.
A
Yeah.
youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it
okay,
so.
nothing.
I have no power to
Yeah.
stop him.
Alright.
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing
Who
village.
doesn't?
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and
Thanks,
ancient
rhetoric.
memories. Has this errand
Alright.
yielded you any information? Of course,
Sounds
Detective.
back.
Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can
Alright,
help
let's
you
get
with?
some more lynching into
Quite
us
a
of
few
us.
things, I'm afraid. The
Okay.
information I'm to
Oh.
share with you includes sensitive trade
Secret
secrets.
task
For the
complete.
sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
We know those now.
Of course, ma'am.
Okay.
We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And what happened to yours, Detective?
'Twas stolen by some artist, surely. Best to pin the blame on them. Everyone knows you can't trust artists.
I lost that. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Drama. I trust you.
Yeah.
Some damn artist took
You
it.
mean
I don't
someone
know.
stole your badge? I don't.
You know how artists are nowadays.
I'm afraid what I need to tell
Those
you is
fucking
wholly
artists.
unrelated to art. I really need to discuss it, however, with the RCM, and
Okay,
I
so
need
this is
your
like
badge
a-
for that.
Come back here once we have the badge.
Oh.
Unbelievable, sire. Even the performance artists didn't work.
Well, you could try the bottom one.
Yeah.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
These
Yes.
are just good
Can't hear you,
options.
darling. Speak up, please.
Oh my god, I have to pick one
Wow,
of these
she's
stupid
gonna make
things.
us pick one of them.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't. Who? Yeah, who can say?
Yeah, that's gotta be the one.
She'll take it as a joke, right?
Oh dear. I suppose this does
It's a better
explain
option
some of
than
the more
admitting we
curious
drank
turns in our
ourselves
conversation.
amnesiac.
Into amnesia, yeah.
She must have been
Yeah.
suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share
Oh,
anything
yeah,
more
you're
until
right.
I've seen that badge.
Yeah.
She's
We're
a
blocked till
professional
we get her badge.
negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
I mean, like,
It cannot
no
be
chance I don't
retried,
just pick
but
this, right? Until
Yeah.
I succeed.
Negotiator.
Fuck yeah.
Just float a favor at her.
Killed it.
Insinuate.
Oh, that'll do.
Just float a favor at her.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in.
What do you
but
want?
expect her to drive a hard
I
bargain.
mean, I have my kill list or
Reports
whatever.
from inside Terminal B
Yeah.
suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may
Okay,
be
so
a
we either
lost
need to get
cause.
evidence of the Union doing a drug trade or our badge to learn more intel from
Yep.
her about the
Detective,
lynching.
a word in private before
Okay.
we continue.
Okay. I wonder
Yep.
if Kim's
Let's
just gonna say
talk,
it's
Kim.
nighttime or something, and he wants to go back to the hotel.
This is not
Kim,
good,
I'm
but
sleepy.
Detective.
Oh.
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Yeah, I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about
Wow.
your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
I don't see how we played into her hands, Kim, because no matter what, we had no other choice. There was either the badge or help her, and we don't have the badge, so...
Yeah,
Maybe
we
this
gotta
is
help
all
her.
her plan. She might have heard
Here's the
about you.
room. I don't know about my condition. Yeah, you press we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay.
I wouldn't go
Okay.
that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
Could just, find my badge.
That would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it.
True, Kim.
Time is
True.
of the essence.
Small badge in a big city.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
I wonder... how he emphasizes how small the badge is. I wonder if you literally can't find it without enough perception.
That's interesting. It's not a bad call.
Sorry, 1 second.
I also love that it would- I love that it would take literal months to get a new badge. Like, how is that fucking possible?
Yeah. Yeah, man, they gotta build those things. It takes a long time. And go to the factory. Something back here.
Just fucking print it off and laminate it.
Alright, let's get back here real quick then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's see. I might as well ask more about the drug trafficking. Like, it is getting late. I think Kim is gonna want to go to bed soon. But we probably have time
Yeah,
to
he
finish
gets sleepy.
these conversation trees, I would hope.
It's
And
quite
if not, we can just come back
straightforward.
tomorrow, whatever.
Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle
Yeah, plus we
raw
have to get to the
ingredients
dialogue
from
option where we
Samara
ask her about
Issa
reality.
into Revachol with the Union's
uh-huh.
blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
They come in
Yes.
the terminal.
After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it.
That was a
They
waste of. We're
transport
gonna go to
the
bed
medicines
soon.
For a
But
cut.
I thought we got something there.
no.
Yes, but you won't get
It's
anything
just
out
very
of them
easy to
past the
accidentally
dock
cure your
workers union.
morale.
Still,
Mm-hmm.
every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Okay.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the
Okay.
ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview
Visual
the drivers
calculus
who are still hanging
informed me of
about.
that, yeah.
One of them might be waiting
Yeah.
for a crucial shipment. I'll be
We love our
explicit.
friend Visual
If you
Calculus.
find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Why didn't you come with RCM
We
earlier?
did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of
That is
inter-precinct
true.
disagreement about whose jurisdiction
we do
this
know
area
that.
falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We
That's
asked
right, Kim,
East
it's not our
Motortrack
fault.
to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it
Classic
just your
Shivers
teeth chattering
interjection.
in the cold?
So I'm wondering, it's like time sensitive. I wonder if it's actually like, oops, it's now Thursday, you can't do it anymore because the bridge is down or something.
Yeah, or
We'll
something
see.
like that. Like
A
maybe
lot
we
of
need
it.
to actually go talk
It
to them
comes in
tonight.
from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The literage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motortrack and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
Oh,
There
that's
was
a
a
good point.
shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Fair enough.
Yes?
Yeah, I mean, give me the case.
Excellent.
Give me the side quest.
Yeah, we're
According to
never
my
gonna
reports,
we're
there
never
are
gonna
at
turn
least
down a
3
side
lorry
quest.
drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open.
A few more days. Okay, cool.
I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you
Okay.
need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
So I think you're right. I think it probably is time sensitive, but we have a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah. Seems like
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once
Okay,
we've
so
cleared the
nothing until
lynching
the side
question.
quest. Alright.
She's really not going to help us. Yeah.
Better not tie the force day to the bat stay on this. I hope
What
there
the-
is
the
something
huh?
else I can help you with. That's the man who was
I don't
killed.
know, just like regular boat talk,
I'm
like
afraid
force
this
day,
is a
back day.
discussion for better not tie the force
Yeah,
day
nothing.
to the
Okay,
bat
yeah,
stay on
useless.
this. I
Alright,
hope
give
there
me
is
some
something
lowdown
else I
on
can help
reality.
this reality.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
True.
Personal investigation of the world I find myself in. Ready to the medical episode. No time to explain, just give me the lowdown.
No, but
Yep.
please, a little context. We're not in such a hurry.
We have time for you to tell me why you need a reality lowdown.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My
That's us.
inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are one and the same.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis.
Hell yeah, Kim.
I'll assist you however I
Yes!
Oh,
can then. Go
We're
ahead.
getting it.
Ask.
All right.
finally.
I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Sure thing, Encyclopedia.
We're in Martinez, baby.
Why the baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Hell yeah, we love disco.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna have any charms to me. Running around
I-
with lawyers.
I'm
no,
not a
it's a
good
it's a
ambassador.
seasonal issue.
I've only been
Maybe
here
it gets
once
really
before,
Tree.
as a teenager. Not a lot has
Tree.
changed.
Yeah, you know,
Ruins,
of the trees, as it
terminal,
were.
Fishing boats,
And there's
reefs,
so many places where they can
boys
grow
with
and be
boxy
beautiful.
shoulders.
This woman loves boys
told
with
you,
boxy shoulders. That is the
Martinez used to be a
second time
province,
she's
a
mentioned
workers' resort
shoulders.
Before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now
Hey,
the
I have
reeds are the
some
real
shoulders
star of the show
of my
here.
own.
The further down the coast,
If
the
this
wilder
appeals
it
to your
Yeah.
gets.
voice. Yeah.
It's not really a sea. it's
Joyce
the
and
Bay
Harry
of
Dubois
Revachol,
sitting in a
and the
tree.
bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on
I
an
couldn't decide if I was
island
going to
in
do
an
kissing
ocean,
or the more
world's largest
lewd
body of
version.
water, the
Which would be-
Insulindic.
I obviously can't say that. This is going on YouTube. This is a family show.
Known to the early Rivacholians as
Oh,
Les
I forgot
Immensité
that.
Bleu.
Man,
The
imagine
blue
a
messages.
9-year-old child watching this fucking game. Oh, sorry, watching this.
Yeah,
Fucking
I don't want them to
game.
learn the word fuck.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable. Flowing
I forgot we
in
put
and
points in
out
Inland
of
Empire
sight.
too. I love this stupid talking orb.
He's cool as hell, man.
Caillou, as you already
It's spooky.
know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her and to humanity at large.
Alright.
That was
let's
quite the
continue.
fucking metaphor to say we're on a river.
Revachol is what you call a city.
Yeah, she had that one queued up for a while. She's like, oh, I can't wait to sell some of my cool, smooth pebble theory.
The great kind.
Oh yeah.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history.
What?
Our part in it, at least. Our
What does that
centuries.
mean?
Yeah. It's so weird.
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semini in the DeLorean century. 380 years
Yeah, what
ago.
the fuck does it mean to resolve
They
history?
say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The
Oh.
stuff of men. We are
Weird.
standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue.
So we're in
It's where
the
the
center of
money
world.
is. Oh, we're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering
That's
iron
not that
is
far.
the Bank of the World building.
She said quite a way off,
The
but
bottom
22
floors are
kilometers is not that
Insicom.
far.
Yeah.
Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She
That's
lowers
like-
her hand.
20 minutes.
The
Maybe.
water, the light.
Maybe.
It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no
Jamais-vu.
truer answer to give. unfortunately.
Derealization. Okay.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
Interesting.
This has been informative. Thank
I
you.
wonder
man.
what the thought is.
I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest
Cam?
not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
I want to know everything now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Kim, you don't know
Cam.
shit about how to eat candy,
Indeed.
dude.
I'm
I mean,
always
Kim,
at
if
your
you're
service.
tired, just come out and fucking say it, man.
I'm gonna keep going. I mean, that I agree that it seems like it's because Kim is tired, but it seems insane to me that they would have written dialogue for every possible conversation tree to say Kim is tired, right? Like he was
Yeah.
talking about this specific conversation we were having, which is nuts.
It has to be. Yeah.
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late for the big time.
The big time.
The smile of a predator.
Wow.
No doubt what she's got in mind.
What's the big
The
time?
revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
I mean, the people of Revachol were the ones shot
She
dead
do-
in
Those
this
would be
one,
the
right?
communists. Generally
She do be
speaking,
right.
40 million people got shot in the
Holy
head
shit.
during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
That's a lot of headshots.
Well, not all.
Yeah, one survived.
all,
He's
'cause
he's
we're-
getting
we're
XP,
fucking
baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the anarchists, too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Sounds like they should have shot
Well.
more people in the head. Then.
This does not represent the official RCM opinion.
Don't worry. Klaus Mazel.
Kim out here with the
50
Twitter
million
bio
people
just in
the
case.
head.
Yeah.
But that was all the way over in Grad.
Anyone else get shot in the head?
Oh,
on the
lots of
inside?
people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
I think
the king's nephew.
I think we know about this. That's the statue of the horrible king that stole
the
the
real
money or
king
whatever, right?
abdicated and lived
Yeah, the
out a
king that
long
made
and
all the-
productive
the-
life
oh,
as a
made all the
venture
bad
capitalist
decisions.
in Grad.
Yeah, it's cowardly king.
I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could
Course you
smell a
fucking
PR
do.
disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was
Got
a
the mineral rights. Yeah,
wild
the
time.
companies, right?
The liberals got
Just
the
like
mineral
that guy
rights.
that we met.
And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective, or the remaining gentry, the beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Yeah.
She's all in
one
on the
of them.
headshots.
Of course.
Everyone got shot. Who was
To
the
foreign
survivors,
intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
interesting.
liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the
Right.
world.
Okay. Yeah. This is. I mean,
They
this is what
landed
the
here and ended the revolution.
like the
It was the moralist thing to do.
Navy guy we talked to earlier was talking about as well. But
Yeah, the guy who was super king style.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
it was
loved the
more.
king.
But he conveyed it in a more confusing manner, so I didn't know what he was talking
The
about.
moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting
Yeah.
people
So I mean,
in the head.
it was a civil war. The revolutionary forces appeared to have been winning, and then the coalition stepped in, put them down, and basically took control of the whole country.
At least not in
Yeah.
the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
I'm pretty strong myself, so
This is their zone of control.
Kick that guy.
They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color
Hey.
of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
Wow.
you know, it doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am, and also not. I don't think I'm a moralist. I don't know.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Yeah, the
Okay.
kerfuffle was what?
She's got to have said she has said shot in the head, headshot, or head shooting at least 15 times in this conversation so far. She could just say shot. Why
She's
is
a-
she so specific about the headshot?
Bro, she's a Call of Duty gamer. You're not gonna just shoot someone. You're gonna do a sick no-scope 360 headshot. That's life, baby.
Joyce-
That's gaming.
Turn of the century revolution.
Joyce Messier only hits the
Don't answer
optimal
it.
time to kill.
It's a trick question.
No time for body shots.
The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad.
She ain't got
Though by the end,
time
nearly the whole world
for
had
body
gotten
shots,
involved.
man.
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a
Okay, just making up
particularly
words,
virulent
that's fine.
prion
Oh,
disease,
okay.
which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
Where is
From Revachol and Grad? Not far.
Okay, they had a
The world
pandemic kind of
managed to
stitch.
cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have
Yeah.
a necktie. A pair
Yeah,
of
that's a good
pants.
start.
I do have that pair of pants.
I like
though.
that. I like that. Whenever an observation like this happens, one of the dialogue options is immediately just like spit out whatever I just figured out in my head.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, what
We
different?
share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations, and you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-easlary communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
What?
Okay.
Okay, it's been 43
Time
years.
flies.
What have we been doing?
The
all time?
20s saw a decade of urban war,
Yeah.
west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
okay, that was
regarded
quick
as an
math.
improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. No, it was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold
That bubble won't
splash.
pop.
An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
Ooh.
Oh, I like
For
that.
her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
Yeah. Which side was Robert?
They
Welcome
picked
to
the winning
reality,
side.
baby.
That's why they're here, and others are not. Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom. I would have sided with the cannons, If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was.
They had
10 of the 14
big firepower,
Indo
I
tribes
guess.
got it wrong. Felled, Kupri, Tricentennial.
Tricentennial.
So I
Tricentennial,
suppose I would have been
like
in good
Tricentennial
company.
Electrics, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah,
one of the
gotta
ones that
be.
was in that other building that got effed
Yeah,
up.
that was the one that the voicemail, the weird talking
Yeah.
voicemail that we had at like the start of the game was from.
Yeah.
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
Yeah, you know what?
And
I asked you first.
Asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia. What insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Excuse me, we don't use big words here. We say amnesia.
Here's
Yeah,
some
you gotta
wisdom,
fucking
lady.
calm down.
Say the death thing.
Say the death thing.
Say the death thing?
I would have killed more. Is that the death thing, Half-Light? I would have made out with the mineralites. I would have made medical decisions with like Zarath, drove people mad.
The death thing is definitely 3. I think you're right.
Yeah. I would have made out with the mineralites.
You and
I don't
everyone
know.
else. But that's got nothing
Yeah.
to do with preventing the revolution. Oh well. What
Okay.
was.
It's enough about
They
the
are what they
times.
are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come.
This has
Anyway,
been a hell of an
enough
exposition
sentimentality.
dump.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to...
Not so fast. Who is
We got
she
even
in
more.
all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I don't want to pick the roles because I feel we're gonna get the extra bonuses by going to the other options first.
Yeah, I
But I want to
understand.
know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are
I-
you?
And the vilest of the vile.
Okay, cool.
A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Okay,
I
Oh.
am an ultra.
cool.
It's sharp.
Oh, that's kind of like an
Neo,
alpha,
a
probably.
liberal. Cool. I liberate pretty hard myself.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. No. Not like me. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp who pushed the king under a shitwagon and betrayed the revolution. Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? No. I think not. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt.
I
and
forgive
pride.
you, but only because you're charming.
A devil, who being of great
Wow.
charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
What the
Beneath
fuck are
her
you saying?
waterproof raincoat and silk shirt,
Yeah, that was
is a
weird.
body
She was
imbibed
quoting
in
something.
numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately
Wanna fuck?
aware of it.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm afraid you'll find that every woman is a devil woman detective. There are only aesthetic differences between one and the other. When the dust settled,
All right,
the
Joyce.
liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something
With
differently?
due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate. The
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
I don't
dark
know.
orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You have daughters,
Yes.
whatever.
There's a lot more going on
Whatever
with her
else
than
I
I
am.
Yeah.
thought.
I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now,
What is
shall we-
this?
a bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that
Of
awkward?
course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain,
Okay.
33A. where the tenants have been
I was like,
kind
where's
enough
she
to
getting
rent me a
bird
slot.
from?
Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux.
Of course,
But
everyone knows that.
33A and 33B are not nouveau. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers
Man,
across
the
the bay
revolution
and the
just,
Delta.
like, really
But
fucked
mostly
this
the
place
urban
up.
middle class, I believe.
Yeah.
This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
We got a Cindy the Skull?
Evil Eye red paintbrush.
Wonderful.
How could she hear us over there? My god, she must have the best hearing ever. What is that? Points to Cindy the
The
Skull.
girl in the old lady rags.
Yeah.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an
We got
infraculture
a
with its own dress
hipster.
code and vernacular.
I don't know, she
It
seemed
is an
cool though
illusion,
in the
I'm
goth.
afraid.
5 seconds we
There
saw
is
of
no
her.
refuge from the supraculture.
She did hold up a red paintbrush.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat, all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
And what would that be?
Hell yeah.
Disco!
Disco!
I can see that, yes. I dabble in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. I assure you, it was a thoroughly supracultural phenomenon.
But now it's an
All
infraculture.
permanent.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's cool.
Downright mandatory. Nothing infra
Yeah, we're still
about
into it.
disco, baby.
You're
Those
just
days are
Your
long
disco?
behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me. The new. A cultural era. And the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary Revachol. It was ultra-liberal. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now,
Champagne doesn't sound like anything I'd be into. I'm straight edge.
of course, you're much more grounded. A
well,
serious
let's go ahead and fail
detective on
these
a
checks,
case
I guess.
called reality.
What is
Speaking
thinking
of,
of something?
Is there
close to
anything else?
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you.
What
it's
is
about
something
reality.
fundamental?
A strange coldness comes. It's on the tip
Yeah,
of your
okay.
tongue. A doubt of sorts already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later. Once the jamais vu thought is complete.
Glad to have been of assistance. More
What's that?
lessons
Yeah, we
in
did get that
basic
thought.
reality.
Yeah.
Glad to have been of assistance. Of course, detective.
Derealization. Alright, well, that was
Alright, Joyce.
big
Thank
frickin'
you.
chat.